We put up a video the other day, and it was a first ever. A first time in COD history series on this channel in almost 15 years, we did a face cam on a Call of Duty Top 10. You guys seem to enjoy it, so we're going to stick with it. If it's something you want as the new norm, you let me know in the comment section. And welcome to the channel, everybody. Black Ops is arguably the most popular sub-series in Call of Duty. Modern Warfare has gotten more mainstream attention over the last few years, but Black Ops is a series that usually gets more hype from the community, and there is a ton of excitement going into Black Ops 6. I've actually been enjoying doing videos going through Black Ops history lately, and today we're going to check out my picks for the 10 best assault rifles ever put in Black Ops multiplayer. So let me know which of these you thought was the best of the best. Drop a like, and welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. At number 10 today, the XM4 in Black Ops Cold War. This was one of the first rifles you got your hands on in Black Ops Cold War, and it was certainly one of the most popular in the game because of how similar it was to the Modern Warfare 2019 version of the M4. Now granted, the XM4 was a prototype version of the M4, but still, this thing was nuts. Fast fire rate, super manageable recoil, solid damage per shot, giant list of attachments you could use to fine-tune it however you wanted to for your playstyle. The XM4 was one of the most versatile rifles in Black Ops history. It wasn't overpowered in any scenario, but it was extremely viable in basically every scenario. And that is what got it its reputation. I think it's a perfect rifle to start off the list today. If you guys are enjoying this new feel, new look Call of Duty content, please let me know in the comment section. At number 9. The Krig 6 in Black Ops Cold War. There was a little debate over whether the XM4 or the Krig 6 was the better rifle in the game. I'm gonna just put them right next to each other. You guys can debate down in the comments, but they definitely are both top 10 Black Ops rifles. Compared to the XM4, the Krig 6 fired slightly slower, but it also hit slightly harder, which made it a little less effective at close range, but also a little more effective at mid to long range. Give or take on both of these. I mean, the choice between the XM4 and the Krig came down to you, your personal preference. Did you like using rifles more aggressively? Did you like to be more passive? The XM4 was a better choice for running around and getting in people's faces, while the Krig was a better choice for holding down a certain location. But they were both fantastic. I think they're a great 1-2 punch to start off today's video. And at number 8, we're gonna go with the M8A7 in Black Ops 3. Now, this was one of the final unlocks in Black Ops 3's progression system. It was a remake of the fan favorite M8 from Black Ops 2, which we'll be talking about later, spoiler alert. And even though the M8A7 was pretty undeniably a step back from its older brother, it was still an S-tier rifle in Black Ops 3. One of the best rifles in the series. Its 4-round burst had extremely low recoil, a very generous 1-burst range, so it was not hard to zap people from insane distances, while also remaining capable of instantly deleting anyone dumb enough to try and take you on at close range. It was an insane gun with an insane time to kill. Definitely worthy of a spot on the list. At number 7, the AN94 in Black Ops 2. This was one of the last weapons you unlocked in the BO2 progression. It's definitely one that felt like it was worth the grind. This was the first time that the AN94 showed up in a Call of Duty game. It's still hands down the best version in the franchise. Not only was it ridiculously accurate with some insane damage per shot, but it also had super clean iron sights, which we talked about the other day. Great handling speeds, and the first few shots after pulling the trigger would, of course, come out much faster than the rest, so the theoretical time to kill, it was absurd. If you landed those initial quick shots, the AN94 was a melt machine, but even if you didn't get the first few shots off on target, the base fire rate of the AN94 was quick enough and the damage was high enough, you were getting a great TTK no matter what. Now, if I'm putting this beast at where are we at, number 7? Strap in, because there's some monsters that we are about to go over. At number 6, puts a smile on my face every single time I am allowed to shed positive light on this gun. The Galil in Black Ops 6, one of my all-time favorite Call of Duty weapons. With the dangly handle and all, I don't care. The Galil was a freak of nature back in the original Black Ops. It was also one of the few weapons in the game that people thought was capable of standing up to the FAMAS. Now, statistically, the FAMAS was way better, but we're going to talk about that later in the video as well. But the Galil, man, some great attributes. I think it was comfortably the 6th best rifle in the entire Black Ops sub-series. It had a moderate rate of fire, but very high damage. Super low recoil, super clean iron sights. 35-round mag, which was the biggest default mag in the entire AR class in that game. You could consistently drop people with 3 shots. I mean, those shots were super easy to land with how great the handling was and how clear the iron sights were. Something about this gun felt so smooth, and it had the stats to back it up. I wanted to put it in the top 5, but I didn't. Now we arrive at our top 5. Maddox and Black Ops 4. Now, Black Ops 4 had a much longer time to kill than the other Black Ops games, so a gun like the Maddox really stood out and became the competitive weapon of choice due to the fact that it was basically killing as fast as high-tier rifles in other Black Ops games. I mean, it was. Bullpup rifle didn't care that you were supposed to have more health in Black Ops 4 because it would shred through everybody regardless. The handling speeds, great. Fire rate, high. Damage per shot, generous. And the end result was a rifle that could absolutely wreck people up closer from a distance. It was one of the most popular guns in the game for a reason. And I am super, super comfortable putting it in the top 5. At number 4, the M8A1 in Black Ops 2. This was the first 4-round burst weapon ever put in a Call of Duty game, and Treyarch went all out trying to make it worth using. Now, it can be tough to get the COD community to try something new. But one way to make sure everybody likes it and uses it is to make it completely insane. The M8A1 rifle had an absurd time to kill if you landed all your shots in the burst, and if you were engaging at close range, you only needed 3 of the 4 shots in the burst to connect in order to kill someone, which made the theoretical time to kill even more ridiculous. The M8A1 quickly turned into one of the most popular guns in the game for competitive players. I mean, and pub stompers, everybody. I think it's definitely one of the best rifles ever put in the Black Ops franchise. It's an iconic part of COD history, and for good reason. Now we get into the top 3. The FAL OSW in Black Ops 2. The rifle was so good, it was so insane, that Treyarch completely banned it from tournaments during the Black Ops 2 Pro season. I get it. It had fantastic handling speeds. It was a consistent 2-shot kill. Let me repeat that. 2-shot kill. Had no recoil. I mean, you put it in the hands of a half-decent player, it completely broke the game. Even in the hands of an average player. The FAL OSW was pretty ridiculous. I know it was a semi-automatic, so there was going to be a bit of an inherent learning curve, but the stats on the thing were almost unreasonably good, and I can see why Treyarch elected to ban it from competitive play instead of trying to rebalance it, despite how nuts it was. There's still 2 other rifles that I consider to be better. I'm going to ask you, can you guess? One of them should be pretty obvious if you know your COD history. The other one might be a little bit of a left field surprise if you haven't watched the recent Chaos COD history videos. At number 2, the Scar H in Black Ops 2. I recently called this the next best. I called it the best. I recently called this the best assault rifle in Black Ops 2. So naturally, it's going to get a super high spot on the list. The Scar in Black Ops 2, ridiculous. And even though it was often overshadowed by the late unlocks, I firmly believe it was statistically the best rifle in the game. Your fire rate hovered around 625 rounds per minute, but it could kill with as few as 2 bullets, which basically made it a fully automatic version of the FAL OSW. On top of that, no recoil, cleanest iron sights you've ever seen, and a generous 30-round default mag. Some people disagree with me calling it the best rifle in Black Ops 2 in the last video, but guess what? I'm doing it again. I am. I did. Now let's move on to number 1. The best assault rifle in Black Ops history has to be the FAMAS. The FAMAS in the original Black Ops. I don't think there's any debate, but maybe there is. We can debate it. We can disagree on some of the other rifles in the video, but we should, I think, all be in agreement that the FAMAS was broken. Fired at 930 rounds per minute, hit for 35 damage up close, then it would decrease down to 25 at max range, meaning it was a 3-shot kill up close and a 4-shot kill from across the map. Again, firing at 930 rounds per minute, people. Had the best close range time to kill in the game and the best long range TTK as well. Literally the only downside was that vertical recoil, which frankly wasn't even that hard to get the hang of with little practice since it was totally up and down and there really basically wasn't any side-to-side kick at all. The Black Ops 1 FAMAS, busted. Hands down the best gun in the entire game. Other Black Ops rifles have been crazy, but nothing beats this one. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Let me know one Black Ops rifle that I did not show enough love today that should have been on the list. If you guys are enjoying the new Chaos COD history content, definitely let me know. I read every single comment I have since the very beginning. I truly appreciate all the support, and we see all your suggestions for future videos too. And quick question, would you like us to branch out into other FPS ranking videos? For instance, would you like any Battlefield top 10 or best series or worst series or ranking? Would you like any other FPS games out there? You let me know.